you see the round that we're going to be testing out today. It is the Wolf Military Classic 7.62 by 39 124 grain full metal jacket round. It does have those steel cases and the bimetal bullet, which we'll get into a little bit later here in the review. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the gun we're using it in and then start putting it through some gel. We all just saw the ammo that we're running. Here's the rifle that we're running it through. It is the 16-inch Wasser 1063. Very, very common rifle out there. A rifle that a lot of you guys are probably running this very ammo in. Anyway, up next we're going to chrono that round through this rifle and then see how it does in the gel test. This was shot number one with the Wolf 7.62 ammo. You can see there it started tumbling right there about the 2-inch mark. Kept tumbling down and it actually exited the bottom of the block there right at the 24-inch mark. We're going to go ahead and take another shot and see if we can keep it in the block this time. Shot number two. Well, shot number two stayed in the gel block just barely. But what we're looking at here is this one right here. That's the bullet number two that entered in there. You can see there, right about the 3-inch mark, it starts to tumble. That first tumble lasts all the way down to about 8 inches. Tumbles again. Big permanent wound cavity starts to get at 10 inches, all the way down to about 17 inches here. I know you guys can't see it too well in the block, but I'm going to go ahead and just extend this down. Pull this block up so you guys can see what actually happened. Move this out of the way. And there's the block. There's the bottom of that block. And I'll get the ruler back out. Keep in mind, guys, these are 16-inch blocks. So the leading edge of the bullet, which is actually the back end of the bullet here, stops right at 15.5 inches. And add that to the 16-inch, so we had 31.5 inches of penetration. We'll go ahead and pull it out and take a look at the bullet next. I went ahead and pulled the bullet out of the gel block, and this is exactly as I found it. No fragmentation, nothing like that. The entire bullet is intact. There was a little bit of flattening as the round tumbled through the gel, but other than that, looks pretty much as it was loaded. One thing I want to point out real quick is the bimetal nature of the bullet. I mentioned that earlier. You can see it does have a lead core and a steel case around the outside of it. The copper, it's a copper washed bullet, so the copper is plated to the outside of the steel. It is not a copper bullet. Anyway, moving on to performance. It was generating 1,503 foot-pounds of energy coming out of that 16-inch Wasser, moving along at 2,337 feet per second. So definitely a hard-hitting round, no doubt about it. And as you saw when it hit that gel, it tumbled very quick, which is exactly what you'd want to see out of this round. But the one thing you don't want to see out of this round is the type of penetration we had. It penetrated over 30 inches, which for some people might be considered a positive thing, but for a lot of guys considering this round for home defense, things like that, it's definitely a negative. It's pretty much as I expected, because I have tested the hollow point version of this round. I'll put a link in here in the video for you guys, but it performs similarly. These Russian rounds just are generally not designed for self-defense in the way we think of it here in the US. Certainly I wouldn't want to take one to the chest, but I probably wouldn't load it up in my home defense rifle either. Anyway, I know a lot of guys have been looking forward to this test, so just glad to get the information out there to you guys. But if you have any questions about this test, anything else I review here on the channel, feel free to post in the comment section. You can also post over at my Facebook page. But thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video.